Once a kid leaves for college, what is the appropriate next size home, or do you stay with the same size home?
Okay, so the next steps in empty nesting. I changed Mike's room around. It's extremely clean right now. Made up the bed with grown-up stuff. So when you walk in, you can't really tell that he's in there. I left his pictures on the wall, and his corkboard with all of his things on it. But other than that, it's grown up now, and it's clean.
Right.
So I like that. His brother mentioned the other day that he closes the door because he misses his brother. So seeing it with the door closed just makes it a little easier. And in my mind, I'm like, I kind of like it open because now I can see that it's clean. So I've progressed past that. And now I'm looking in their bathroom okay, it's time for us to paint. And then I went from their bathroom to the laundry room, and then from the laundry room to the entire house in our bedroom, okay, it's time to paint. Let's put some paint up. Let's put some wallpaper up. Oh yeah, you know what? We should also get new furniture. I've gone all the way.
It's too far.
I've gone all the way. How are you feeling about my new projects?
Well, you're known for projects. Last weekend, I went for 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3.5 days, let's say, out of town to my brother's house. And on the day before I came back, he said, "What do you think Jay's done while you were gone?" I said, "I'd be surprised if all the furniture was in the same place."
I'm known for that.
Notably, the time that I came home and walked into the bedroom and swung the door open and it hit the bed. The door could not open all the way because new was what you needed to have. New arrangement.
As I grew up, and I don't know how many people can relate to this, but my mom would change the furniture around often. Not every month, but maybe once a quarter. She would change the furniture around. And I grew to really appreciate that because you walk into the room and everything's different, it's not the same. Sometimes you walk into people's house, and everyone doesn't do this. So sometimes you walk into people's house, and if I lived there 30 years, you can best believe that sofa is still in that space and it ain't moving. But that was never my mom. But it looks different, it looks fresh, it looks new. It's just a new perspective. And I loved that. So I have done it, right? All throughout just me having my own apartment and us.
I don't have any problem with that, but things have changed since your mom owned furniture. Mom still owns furniture. It's great.
Yeah.
However, the invent of cheap furniture, assemble at home furniture, is makes everything different. And we have some of that stuff. We have some IKEA shelves around here, stuff like that.
Do we?
Yeah, they're right there. And they're in the closet as well. So maybe they're not from IKEA. But the point is,
but similar.
When your mom was moving furniture around, she was probably moving around very solid old furniture. And that's fine. But in today's modern context, some of the pieces that you're talking about, they don't move well.
What's hilarious is that those are some of the pieces that are leaving in my mind because I have completely rewritten this house already. But yeah, they were definitely on the toss list, just so you know.
Okay, I think before you even start talking about furniture, which is content, you have to talk about context.
Okay.
So I'd love to hear your thoughts as well as people who've been here before to say, look, we've got a 4-bedroom home. Mm-hmm. And one of those rooms is ours. One of those rooms is a guest room. 2 of those rooms belong to kids, one of which has gone to college. We've also got this space we're sitting in, which is the loft.
The landing, yeah.
The landing, which serves as an office that both of us kind of a flex office. And we have other flexible work areas around the house. So with 2 kids who live in the house plus a guest room, once a kid leaves for college, what is the appropriate next size home? Or do you stay with the same size home?
See, that's another conversation we're in because we're do we redo this? Right. Right. So do you completely redo this house and stay in this 4-3, or do you downsize? Originally, the whole idea was, hey, once he leaves, I'm trying to get to a 2-2. Can I get to a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom? I'm trying to downsize all the way. And then we're okay, well, we still need our offices. Okay, so maybe we need a 3-3, right? And then you're okay, well, what about guests? And then don't forget, your son's actually going to come back home. And then you still have another son. So somehow I found myself at, how did I get to a 5-bedroom, 5-bathroom, or 4-bathroom? It was ridiculous. I went down such a rabbit hole. It was absolutely ridiculous. So what is the answer to that question? I honestly do not know. The one thing I do know is my mom says they're coming back like bad pennies. So don't for a second believe once they're gone, they're not coming back.
Her thing is funny because she actually says turn up like bad pennies. Because, it's like you have to, the both sides of the analogy have to match. But that's funny. And I'd love to leave this one as an open question instead of us trying to answer it.
Oh, because we can't.
Wait, what is the appropriate time to downsize after kids start leaving?
Yeah.
And what is the size difference that makes sense? Because the one thing that I know is my hips, my knees are still fantastic. I got no mobility problems at all.
Right.
But I know that as people get older, stairs become a thing.
Yeah.
So eventually we're probably going to be talking about, and if we're smart in forecasting, we might be talking about either a building with an elevator and or a ranch style home as a next level. So it's an interesting conversation. I'd love to hear how people have navigated that before.
Yeah, I would love to hear when people actually pull the trigger on downsizing, because it's huge in terms of, that's a big decision. And it's like, you even asked me once, what's the messaging here? Like, if you change his room from his room into like an office, what type of message are you sending your son? Like, I don't want you to come back home. I don't know. I would love to hear how people downsized and, when they downsized, what was the decision? Did you go up or down? Because it's a question for me.
Yeah. We need your help. Give us some feedback, please. Thanks.
Drop a comment.
Love you guys.